Hey everybody, it's Didi. I'm back again and I have a book tag. A while back I was tagged by Abby from the literary scene to do the book buying obsession tag. I think that's what it is. This tag was started by Reading with Jack, and I'll link his address below. And I will also link the address of Abby from the literary scene. She's got a great channel and she reads some really interesting stuff. So let's get started. First question. My questions here. Do you have an obsession with buying books? I don't consider it an obsession. Reading is my passion. So of course, buying books goes along with that, and it's kind of normal. So I don't think of it as an obsession, but some people might. Second question, when, where, and how often do you buy books? Okay, where do I buy books? Okay, you know that I live in France, and I live in Normandy, not very far from Paris, but it is an hour away. So to go to Paris just to buy books, not always possible, because I mean I do work and I have a life, so I can't just pop off to Paris whenever I want to. So let's just say when it's convenient and I have the time, I'll go to Paris, but the majority of the time I buy my books online, usually with Amazon for the moment, amazon.fr. How often do I buy books? I don't have any set amount of days or months that I have to pass before I buy a book. If there's something that really catches my eye, I'm interested in having it, I'll buy it. If there's nothing, I won't buy it. If there's a good sale, I'm going to take advantage, just like everyone else. All right, next question. What kinds of things attract you to a book when browsing? Now, I must admit, when I go browsing, because usually when I go to Paris, I'll head first over to W.H. Smith. And then afterwards, I head over to a used bookstore, which is called San Francisco Book Company. And there's a couple of other used bookstores I'll go to. But when I'm in, for example, W.H. Smith, first of all, I look to see what's in the central table, which is everything that's new, that's out. Then I'll go and look at their top 20 board, which they have the top 20 fiction titles, top 20 mystery titles, and I think it's top 20 nonfiction. So I'll look in there to see if there's anything that interests me. Now, the second thing that kind of attracts me is the title, the name of the book, and then the picture. So if the name and the picture go together, that might spark my interest. At least I'll pick it up and look at it. So that's usually what I do, unless I'm looking for something in particular. Next question. Do you like to buy new, used, or a mixture of both? I would say a mixture, because if it's new, great, because I'm the first one that cracks the book open. But I don't mind buying used books at all. If I can get them in pretty good condition, why not? Actually, I have a book haul coming up. 20-cent books that I picked up on Amazon. So yeah, I'm not that, like this. I'll take used and I'll take new. How much are you willing to spend on books each month? I have no limit. I work, I earn my money. If I have money, enough money extra to spend on books, then I will. If I don't, then I won't. Have you ever gone on a book buying ban? Absolutely not. I don't do that. I feel that there's no reason why I should go on a book ban. That's just me. Most people that try to go on book bans, it never lasts, because it's just like being on a diet. The moment they tell you you can only eat a certain amount of calories, a certain type of food, the first thing you do is go off and start dreaming of, chocolate this and, whatever your fancy is. You'll just dream of that because you can't have it. So I figure not going on book bans. No book bans. How long does it take you to get around to reading recently bought books? Now that depends. If it's something I've been dying to read for a long time, I'll get on it right away. It'll be read within the month. But, it depends also how many books I've bought that time and for what purpose I've bought them. If it's for book club or if it's for my personal desire. And then it also depends on what's going on in my life. But in general, I would say I try to get to them as soon as possible, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But it doesn't mean that because I have 30 books on the shelf that I haven't read that I'll never read them. Okay, last question, I think. Do you prefer to buy a lot of shorter, cheaper books or just a few longer, more expensive ones? That has no bearing for me whatsoever. When I go into the store to buy a book, I don't care if it's 700 pages or if it's 90 pages. I'm buying the book because I want to read it. So the length is not a problem for me. Of course, longer books are often discouraging for some people because, they see that it's 1,000 pages or 750 pages. But I figure if it's something that I really, really want to read, it's not going to be the amount of pages that's going to put, a stipulation on, whether I'm going to put more money into it or if I'm going to really want to read it. I like reading. So for me, what's the most important is the topic of the book. If the topic suits me, I'm going to read it. So that's it. Those are all the questions. Thanks again to Abby for tagging me. I don't know. I think a lot of people have done this tag already, so I can't think of anybody right now that I know hasn't already done it. So why don't we just say I tag you if you haven't done it yet. Okay. Ciao. I'll see you soon.